Hey there, we're going to get started in just a minute. We're just waiting on a few more people to join us, and then we're going to get going. So thanks so much for being here today. We're going to give it one more minute, and then we'll get started. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. So thanks so much for joining us today. We are going to be talking about our public relations and digital media marketing programs. I'm Amanda Garcia. I'm the program director for PR and digital media marketing. And we also have Mr. Dan Ray on the Zoom with us. He is the senior academic advisor for these programs. So a little bit about SOPA, just to give you some context in case you're not familiar. So Tulane was founded as the Medical College of Louisiana in 1834, and Tulane offered its first continuing education classes in 1886, demonstrating a commitment to adult learners that has lasted over 130 years. A few years ago, we rebranded into the School of Professional Advancement because we're not only offering continuing studies, we now offer courses for undergraduates as well as adult learners. So we are a little different than we used to be, but we still offer that same commitment. We have different ways that we offer programs and we support our students. We have a huge depth of online learning and teaching, which we're going to get into in a few moments. We really are leaders and experts in that area. We also have a huge diverse set of programs as well as faculty, everything from public relations to general studies to Homeland Security. And so we also have an amazing set of faculty who are working in the workforce in those different areas. We also have a great student success and support team. Cynthia Washington is our career advisor. We also have our advisors like Dan, Brittany Andel, et cetera, who you may come in contact with. And then we also are affordable and flexible. So our course cost is about a third or less of what Newcomb Tulane, the traditional undergraduate college, is. And we do that because many of our programs are in the applied studies area, and we want to make sure that if you're working and have a family, et cetera, that you're also able to afford our classes. And we're also very flexible. We have courses online, we have courses at night to make it very easy for you to find courses that will work with your schedule. And of course, we have the Tulane affiliation. So just to dig a little bit deeper into online learning at SOPA, we use the Canvas platform. It is very robust. We have access to learning materials, lecture notes, assignments at any time. We find that it is very engaging and informative. We have LinkedIn Learning accounts for our students. We have online collaboration groups on discussion boards. We also have other fun ways that we kind of interact with our students online. We have monthly meetups, guest speakers, everything. So there are a lot of traditional online programs out there that you may be familiar with or have heard of. And I think that these things really do set us apart because we really make the online experience as close to the in-person classroom experience as we can. And just to give you a little bit of idea of our scale, so we have over 1,300 students that have completed more than almost 11,000 hours of online coursework. So we really are experts in this area. We do offer 8 different master's degrees, 11 grad certificates, 4 post-bac, and over 320 courses online with 190 faculty. So we are really experts in online courses if that is a path that you decide to take. So for our bachelor's degrees, we have a bachelor's in public relations, and within this, you can go the traditional public relations route. It's 120 credit hours, just like all of our undergraduate programs. You will be taking 30 credits within the major, and you can have a concentration in public relations traditionally or in the digital media marketing. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can take that concentration as well. And we also have minors in advertising, marketing, and PR as well. In addition to the bachelor's degree, we also have our professional certificates. So we have a certificate in digital media, marketing, communications, also in marketing, and then another certificate in PR. So if you're coming, we have a lot of students who come to us from different fields. You know, you might be in advertising and you want to get a certificate in digital media marketing. You might be in graphic design and would like a certificate in marketing or public relations. And then we have some students that just come to us from completely different career fields that are just interested in broadening their knowledge in digital media marketing or PR or marketing, et cetera. And so it is a really interesting mix of students and classes that are coming from all these different areas. It's really great. And then those certificates are anywhere from 12 to 15 credits. So anywhere from 4 to 5, you know, classes, just depending on which certificate it is. And you would take courses depending on your certificate in things like digital media principles and strategy, SEO, SEM strategies, business communications, principles of public relations campaign, and many, many more. And so it's a really great mix of all the different courses. In terms of careers, there are many different careers in marketing and public relations that our students go into. So if you're interested in being like a PR specialist or manager, a marketing manager, anything in the marketing world, advertising specialist or manager. We also have students who've gone into fundraising and development, media relations specialist, digital marketing manager, digital ad manager, and digital strategies manager. These are just different fields that our students have gone into in the past that align with our courses. And then, as I mentioned before, you know, we have a great team for student support and success. Not only do we have our academic advisors, but we have those expert faculty who are working in those areas of the field and then take that expertise into the classroom. So if somebody is working in a marketing agency all day, they are teaching what they are doing in their field. So everything is like super applicable and aligned with what the workforce expects. And also we have our career advisors and our team. We have Cynthia Washington. She is amazing. She can help you set it for everything from like setting up your resume to finding internships, making sure your LinkedIn account is on point. And so she's great. We also have huge networks of program peers and other alumni. And then also, if you're interested in doing your bachelor's degree, and let's say that you were already working in one of these fields, so like if you're going the traditional public relations route or the digital media marketing route, and you have expertise in those areas, you can actually earn credit for the work-life experience that you have, up to 24 credits, and you actually take a class. And in that class, you get together kind of like a dossier, like some writing, as well as some samples of work that you've done. And then that is submitted and we assess it. We actually have faculty who assess them, who are experts in those areas and can get you credit for those courses. You actually get a grade based on your work for those courses. So you can earn up to 24 credits. We also, I will say, have a ton of students that come to us with bachelor's degrees in other areas and are interested in earning a second bachelor's degree. And so if that's something you're interested in, we can take, generally, if everything transfers properly, we can take up to 60 credits, but half of your work has to be done at Tulane. So if that's something you're interested in, we have some students who are on the fence of should I do a certificate or should I do another bachelor's? So if you're on the fence, we can talk to you about your career goals. But we do have a lot of students that do a second bachelor's and we can take a lot of those credits from their first bachelor's, which is great. And affordability, so our undergraduate tuition is $524 per credit. So that's for our certificates and our bachelor's programs. Each course is about 3 credit hours, so you can do the math on that. We also have financial aid available for our different types of programs, and types of aids could be everything from federal grants, federal loans. We do have the Yellow Ribbon program. We have a 20% discount for active duty military, K through 12 instructional staff, and New Orleans area public school employees, and then up to, like we said before, 24 hours of credit for work-life experience, which is awesome. And then, you know, if you're interested in applying, we're going to waive your application fee for joining us today. Completing the application is super duper easy. The website's at the bottom. It's just sopa.tulane.edu/apply. Basically what we'll need is a government issued ID, like a clear photo of that, and the one that's valid, as well as your transcripts. And those have to be sent directly from, like if you're coming from high school, they have to be sent from high school. If you're coming from another college or university, they have to be sent to us from them. And all of that information is on the apply page, but we can take unofficial transcripts in the meantime to assess and evaluate to get you accepted while you're waiting on those official transcripts as well. So that's something that we can help kind of expedite. And then these are the upcoming application deadlines. So for fall, we're looking at an August 1st deadline. Depending on how our fall semester looks, our schedule is changing slightly. We are looking at actually starting classes a little bit earlier this fall to finish earlier because of everything going on with coronavirus. So you definitely want to get your application in. That way we can make sure that you're able to get into the classes that you're looking for ahead of time. And then of course that spring deadline is going to be January 1st, and then summer is May 15th. So just kind of depending on what semester you're interested in jumping into, you know, you definitely want to work backwards from these deadlines. You don't want to be too close to the deadlines because like I said, you want to make sure you can get the classes that you want. And this is my contact information here, so you can always feel free to reach out and email me. I will typically respond to my email the same day, and I can answer any questions that you have. I know Ashley and Irvin are on with us. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Can we go back to, Anne, can we go back to the slide on the degrees real quick with BA? I just wanted to cover that again. Irvin, what areas are you interested in? What are you interested in pursuing? Sorry, I caught you before your audio was ready. You maybe need to unmute yourself, sorry.
Oh.
There you are, hey.
All right. Can you see me?
Yeah, I got you. Good to meet you. I'm Amanda Garcia. I'm the program director. So we kind of went through some of these slides. So I just wanted to touch base and see kind of what you were interested in, Ashley, what you were interested in terms of, are you looking for a bachelor's? Are you looking for a certificate program?
I'm looking at the certificate program, the sports management.
Oh,
sports
okay.
Administration. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely get you some info on that. Yeah, that's a really, really great program, and the courses are super robust, and the faculty in that program are just phenomenal. So we can definitely get you some info on that for sure. Yeah.
That for the sports studies, the graduate certificates, which are stackable that lead into the actual degree itself. My colleague, Michaela Williams, he is the academic advisor for that program. I don't know much about the graduate level stuff really. Dr. Lainey Dornier is the director of that program. We're gonna have a kinesiology webinar, I think in the end of July timeframe or something like that, that you can definitely attend to. But I'm gonna put Michaela's email and Lainey's as well in the chat here, because they can work with you on, you know, if you want to do a Zoom appointment or a phone appointment, they can do that with you to discuss the program and the specifics and everything and the admissions process, because graduate admission is a little separate and different from undergraduate admission. But I will, I'm gonna type in this information now, and then I would suggest reaching out to them who can give you the full rundown on what you need to do to get, you know, that process started. We have admission every semester though for those programs as well, including the fall semester that's coming up. So there's still plenty of time to get that whole process started. But you know, the application process and all that stuff that we kind of went over here is the same thing. It's just you submit the graduate application, you have your transcript sent, you know, with your undergraduate degree on there and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But you can, check with them to see, if you meet the requirements and all that to get into the program before applying. And if so, then yeah, you can go right ahead and apply now. And then they can work with you. Michaela would be your advisor for that program moving forward. And he'd make sure that, you're situated, getting into the proper courses and all that basic stuff like that.
Okay. I certainly appreciate it.
No problem.
Awesome. Ashley, can you hear us okay? Ashley, are you there? Can you hear me? I think you might be muted. Oh, there you are. Hey.
Oh, hey. Okay, I had to dial in. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay. Okay, good. Yes, I have an undergrad degree in public relations, and I've done a lot of marketing work, but I was looking at either the digital marketing certification, digital media and marketing, or just the just certificate in marketing.
Okay.
So I need to look. I think they'll have the courses for each of those listed out online. Is that correct?
Yeah, they are. We can put the link in the chat for you directly to those in a second. But yeah, so I guess it just depends on kind of what you want to do, after you finish the certificate. Are you interested in like working more in social media and digital media, or are you interested in working more in like traditional marketing plans and that kind of thing?
And so I guess I do a little bit of both right now, just without any, formal certificates or anything like that. But I just know that, digital media obviously is the way it's going.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to, and it was something that when I graduated in 2005, nobody talked about it at all,
Right.
So
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to take an actual course on it rather than, just the experience I've been working on.
Yeah, I would say, here's what I would recommend. And we have a lot of students that do this. I would do the digital media marketing because you're going to get a lot of those same like principles generally of marketing kind of folded into those classes.
Yeah.
But if you saw a marketing class that you really like, you can add that on. It's not like when you finish, the 4 or 5 courses for that certificate, you have to stop. You know what I mean? So
okay.
Instead of 5 classes, you could take like 6 classes. If there was like a
Okay.
marketing class that you wanted that you didn't feel you were really like proficient in, I guess you could say. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. And so what we would do is we would sit down and we would just map out like every single class, go through all of them and say, okay, these are the 5 you need to come with the certificate. Here's some other suggestions based on what you want. And then we could kind of figure out like what semester those are offered for you and lay all that out for you.
Okay. How long does the typical certificate take? Like, are all classes offered each semester, or do you end up taking both? You end up doing like a fall and spring semester?
Yeah, usually they're not all offered the same semester because it's such a new program. We just wouldn't be able to make the classes if we did them every semester. But typically, most of our students are able to do it within a year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, you could take, it also just kind of depends on your like work-life balance, like, can you take 3 classes one semester or do you only want to do 2 kind of thing? So it just really depends on what else you got going on and how many classes you can take at once.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I think Dan put the link in the chat right there. Thanks, Dan. And it goes over the actual courses. But yeah, feel free. My email is on that last slide. I'm sorry, Ann, can you go to that last slide? Sorry about that. My email's on there. So feel free to email me. And I'll also put for everybody, my cell phone in the chat. And then feel free to just tell me who you are whenever you text me, for both Irvin and Ashley, if you need anything. And then I can point you to the right person if I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I sent the link to the certificate there in digital media. Pretty straightforward, 4 courses. If you already have a PR degree, then you can jump right into the PRDM 2900 class. And then based on your experience, you can work with Amanda too. If you were trying to take 2 classes, then we've let students take the 2900 along with another class to be able to take 2 and get, then you can potentially finish it in 2 semesters that way for that digital media certificate at least. Because we have that in the campaigns class. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, the requirements that are there for it, but I'm just saying if you're, you want to start off with 1 and then yeah, you can just take the 2,900 to start. But if you're trying to, take 2 a semester, then yeah, we'll be able to work something out to, make sure that you're taking the class, and then also that you're going to have enough knowledge and background to be able to succeed in the class, because we don't want to set you up for failure or anything and have you sign up for something that you absolutely know nothing about. But
That's great.
Awesome. Well, good. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us today. And if you have any other questions, and Irvin, we'll get you in contact with Michaela for sure.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, if you have any other questions or anything that comes up, just let us know how we can help.
yeah, Irvin, if you want, you can put your email address in the chat, and then I will email Michaela and Dr. Donier and CC you on it so that you guys can link up and get the ball rolling on that to learn more about those programs. You want to put that in the chat before we stop here, before we end it.
This is actually my first time using Zoom, so I am trying to figure out.
At the bottom of your screen, it says, it's like a little chat bubble.
The participants?
To the right of participants. It should say chat.
There should be a chat option on there somewhere. Or you can just dictate it to me and I'll just,
okay. I think I got it. Let's see.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got it here. So let me just copy and paste that. And I'll shoot that email out here shortly.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Y'all have a good day.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.